Welcome to the Idaho Commercial Kitchen at the Idaho Innovation Center. Our goal at the Idaho Commercial Kitchen is to provide a place to grow the culinary experiences of food entrepreneurs right here in Eastern Idaho. The Idaho Commercial Kitchen is proud to offer an affordable, certified commercial kitchen space where food entrepreneurs can safely craft culinary products as well as receive business support to properly market their food and services. Come join us in our kitchen at the Idaho Innovation Center.
Welcome to the Business Boys Talkin-Business show with your hosts, Brian Magleby and Tyler Price.
Tyler, you've got better looking.
I've transformed.
You have transformed. We got the one and only Jared Ovia. Tyler on a call doing some negotiations, and he's like, I can't make it. So I did our backup, Jared Ovia. This is your third show of the year.
It is, and the technology's worked out now, so I've broken my jinx.
Amen to that.
That's great. No, it's great to be here.
Great. Look at this background we got. That's your gym.
And the bench I use is like just right in
where
front
you're
of this,
sitting
right?
there. So
this is my table, my spot.
that's right. We got the BODIFI gym over on the west side of Idaho Falls. We've got the owner, CEO, president, and master entrepreneur Brian Ball here today. We're excited to have him at 3 locations of the BODIFI here in eastern Idaho. We're excited to have him on board. We got a great show lined up for today. Look at all this, man. This is the first one I think that's actually brought us some displays and stuff. This is absolutely great. We're going to learn all about these protein drinks and stuff that they've put together there at BODIFI. So let's talk about last week on the show. We had Rourke Burke, Man Cave Innovations. Cool stuff. Yes, and man, I'll tell you, he stepped it up last week. Gave away a sound bar. And man, it was great. We had some definite people winning that really quickly. So very good. We appreciate Rourke Burke there. If you haven't checked him out, watch his show. He's got some great things going with Man Cave Innovations, really expanding and doing well here in eastern Idaho. And a great, he's growing his business significantly, and that's what we like to see is those entrepreneurs that are taking their skills and taking them to the next level. It's absolutely really good. We've got a great lineup of shows here in March. We've got some great guests lined up that we're going to be having on the shows here in March. So we're just kind of ramping up and getting things going. But let's talk about some of our sponsors, why don't we? BBSI, do you know about them?
I do. Little company. Yeah, BBSI. BBSI offers business services for all sorts of businesses. You think about the business that you want to get into doing, and then you find out you have to deal with employees and taxes and
payroll
and human resources and strategy,
firing,
all that kind of fun stuff.
Yep.
So we at BBSI we take a lot of that load off of our clients so that they can focus on what they got into business in the first place, right? Running great gyms.
You got a big event tonight, too, you're sponsoring.
We do. So we're co-sponsoring an event out at the waterfront from 5 until 8 tonight. So we're going to have some...
Anybody can attend that.
It is. It's open. There's no charge in partnership with RiseX.
Great networking opportunity with RiseX. And out there, the BBSI is one of the main sponsors, along with, I think, the hospitals, Idaho Falls Community Hospital. Anyway, that's going to be a great event. And it's going to be... it's going to be actually Thursday last night, so because we're pre-recording this show.
Oh, that's
now.
true.
So we got to get our story straight here. Last night was
hasn't happened yet, but it's last night.
It is, but
there we go.
But anyway, we appreciate BBSI. What a great company, number one in human resources here in this area. Yep. Style House Decor and Staging. They have provided all of our set equipment. Our table, our chairs, our everything here. Absolutely great. If you need a house to be staged, to sell, or know anybody, they're the only company in doing this in eastern Idaho. Absolutely. Look up Christy Carlquist. She's a realtor here in town. She's one of the owners of the company. and doing absolutely phenomenal things there at Style House. The SBDC, Tyler always calls it the best kept secret. We do business coaching. We will help take your business to the next level. We got some great classes. You started one of our classes this week.
We did, yep.
Sales class, absolutely. I think it's the best class here that we hold here at the Innovation Center. Mrs. Powell's Bakery, we appreciate them being a sponsor. And we've got the Idaho Innovation Center. This show is powered by the Idaho Innovation Center, where we're producing the show now. We got New Line Media, the guy behind the camera.
Yep.
We are so appreciative of Tyson and his work and his effort to put the shows together each and every week that we do at Vulpine Marketing. Man, he keeps us going. I was texting him last night at 8 o'clock at night, and he was responding to me. Absolutely does a great job of keeping our website up to date. And then Man Cave Innovations, the guest we had on the show last week, helping us get all the equipment that we need here for our new studio here at the Idaho Innovation Center. So, whew!
Great lineup of sponsors.
Yes, it is. Couldn't do the show without them. So, talking about this gym, I just spent the last 2.5 hours there. Did you?
I did not.
Dang it.
I had been under the weather for the last couple of weeks. You did the last show you and I did together.
We did. We
both sounded horrible.
We both sounded so bad. So, but good. Well, I hope
But
you're
I'm on
getting
the
over
mend.
that. But I just spent 2.5 hours in the racquetball court, so I'm beat. I should have been at the BODIFI gym. I probably wouldn't be as beat if I had gone there and just worked out like I should have. So, anyway, we're excited to have BODIFI Gym. Brian Ball, he's been a friend of mine since we were both probably about 2 to 3 years old. Grew up in the Rexburg area together, and this guy has his hands in so many different things. One of his projects is at BODIFI Gyms. 3 big locations for BODIFI here. One in Rexburg, one over on Broadway in Idaho Falls, and then in Amman. So we're going to have Brian Ball, owner of BODIFI, and man, they're just doing some great things at their gym. And we're going to welcome him to the show, but we're going to watch this video. It's actually Brian's son. Is it Justin, right? Justin, and this is a video that they put together talking about some of their things new things that they are offering at BODIFI.
We are excited to announce our new BODIFI Wellness app. Select and follow along to pre-made workouts and exercises. Track what you eat on the app. Input what you eat throughout the day, and track your calories, carbs, fat, and protein intake. See your club's group fitness schedule. Book your favorite class to ensure you get your spot. The app is out now. Download on the App Store or on Google Play.
Wow, new app! You're getting revolutionary, dude.
Well, you hire younger people, they like to keep apps and keep up to date on things. I'm more old school, but
Yes.
we have a lot of exciting changes that we've added once we switched from World Gym over to BODIFI to add more value to our customers and just our community in general.
And talk about that app. What all capabilities does it have to do?
Oh boy, it has, your basic capabilities of a gym. I'm going to check in, you don't want to pull up your key tag every time. So it'll geofence you. You pull in, it pops it up, so you just have to screen. You're not searching for it. You can track your nutrition, your eating plans. You can take pictures of, what the calories are, and if you really want to track it. There's workouts in there that you can select. If you have a question on a piece of equipment, you can go to your gym, and we have that piece of equipment in your gym, somebody showing you how to use it. We've added
that piece right there is just amazing, because that's one of my frustrations. And I'll just be honest, I'm not a big weight lifter, but one of my big things is that I get up there and I'm like, I'm going to make me look like a fool. I can't even get the dang treadmill it's taken me years to figure out the treadmill, let alone all these other fancy equipment, and I'm just afraid to look like a fool.
Well, the number one used piece of equipment in any fitness facility is the treadmill.
Is it?
And that's because when you walk up, most people are intimidated by the equipment. They don't know why they're going to use it, why they should, or for how long. They don't want to look like a rookie.
That's
so
me.
they walk up to the treadmill. They know there's a green button and a red button, and they start walking. And then they slowly look around and observe to see who's doing what. So in this app, we wanted to, put that piece of equipment, somebody explaining it, why you would use it, how you use it, so that people can achieve their goals coming into us. Because everybody comes in for a different reason, a different purpose. It would surprise you the reasons people give you why they sign up when they come in. I mean, we've heard them from, I just want the T-shirt or the key tag because my spouse told me if I don't get one, I'm in trouble.
Oh, you're letting out some secrets there.
Well, and you get some there work on their golf swing. I mean, everybody has a different reason for coming in. And that's why some will use the equipment, some will use the wellness products, some will tan, some will use the massage chair, and some just show up and they'll buy a drink, talk to a few people, be social, and feel good
And then
about
head
themselves.
out. Call it a gym visit, huh?
Yes, and at BODIFI, we are fine with that. Everybody has their own kind of defined journey, and you're not going to get healthy for 6 months or 1 year.
Yeah.
It's a life change, so you're going to be coming in for 20 years, 30 years, just work on what you need, whether you're recovering, and then enjoy your life outside of our facility.
So, Brian, I've got a question for you. You had mentioned that you had a franchise of a different gym, but you created your own. Would love to hear, your story about why you made that transition from just being a piece of something to owning your own destiny with the gyms.
Well, when we first started off, we first bought the Idaho Falls location. It was franchised from World Gym. And World Gym was a good brand, good franchise. But one of the challenges with World Gym, Joe Gold, he started Gold's Gym.
And World Gym.
He started 5 of them, sold them, became a merchant marine, sailed around the world for a couple of years, came back, his non-compete was up, decided he wanted to get back in, so he started World Gym. And so in the 70s and 80s, pretty much every gym product looked like a Joe Gold, and that's what your bodybuilders, your trainers, and that narrow demographic was really changing, not just in Idaho, but nationwide, to where people weren't coming in just to get ready for a show.
Yeah.
They wanted to come in and work on their health. And so as we looked at renewing with them, we thought that brand was getting a little bit tired, stale, and it was kind of misleading to people, that would want to come in and work on their own fitness or wellness. So we switched over to BODIFI, kind of made the name, we made the name hipper because all studies showed that anything with the name gym in it or fitness was getting outdated by these young kids. So we went to BODIFI and we built that brand, and
love it. It's a great name. So
the concept's great for me. I mean, since we moved back to Idaho 4.5 years ago, that's been my go-to place because it fits me. Because I can pick and choose because I've been working out for a lot of years. But on the other hand, it's so comfortable. It's really welcoming, and it doesn't feel like I've got to put the muscle tee on and compete with anybody. I can do my own thing at my own pace, and they love having me there.
Well, and you bring up thank you. That we've worked on changing that because World Gym spent a lot of time, them and Gold's Gym and Powerhouse, trying to decipher, members coming in. And one of the things that they learned throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s is, men, we felt pretty comfortable coming in, but women, on average, they would pull in our parking lot twice before they ever even walked in.
Yeah.
Really?
And the perception was, when I walk in, Schwarzenegger's going to be over in the corner, and everybody's going to be in shape. And so that was a real barrier to people coming in and getting healthy, and we wanted to do away with that because we wanted to expand the number of members coming in from just 10 to 12% of any demographic that'll come into a fitness facility at one time to that 25-30% of people that want to be healthy or they just want a good experience and hang out with their friends, which after COVID, there's very few places for people to be social, and the gym has become one of them nationwide, and that's why you get more and more people coming in.
Kind of talk about the effects of how COVID changed the modeling of the gyms.
COVID was really interesting because there was a lot of talk of, hey, we need to shut down the gyms. It's not a good place to be. Yeah, they were always worried about cleanliness, where in reality, there's no cleaner place in town than a gym. I mean, if you look, that one piece of equipment, that treadmill, It gets wiped down after every use by its members. Staff will go by and wipe it down. So it'll be cleaned 50 to 60 times a day, where you just don't get that. But as COVID hit and people decided I should get healthier, more and more people came in. And it wasn't just your young men, young women. It's your 60, 70, 80-year-olds.
Yep.
People just kind of, they've decided they want to be healthy, and now they see the reasoning why they want to be healthy, and they're coming in, and it's been great.
And you're dealing with a lot of people that, like I'm a great example of the poster child for COVID 2050, whatever it was, that, because you sat around and didn't do much, that you've put on a few extra pounds, and then you got to take it off. And I think there's a lot of people there that are doing that these days.
Well, there's a lot that are doing that, and there's also, that's another reason why we added the app for our members, because we don't want you just to work out at our place. So on the app, you have all the fitness classes. If you were traveling, you were at home, couldn't make it in because of weather, you can turn on our app, have a class, and do your fitness your way at home. And it just makes everybody, it gets them healthier, and they really enjoy the product more. And we knew that we had to provide that to our customers, because after COVID, they were demanding that, because there's all kinds of apps and fitness programs at home that isolate you and you can't make it in. But we wanted to give everybody the option so they could do fitness kind of their way on their timetable.
Very good. Talk about these. You've stepped into doing some proteins and all sorts of different things. Talk about some of these things that BODIFI does.
Well, in looking to add more value, a lot of our members, they're looking for other healthy products, whether they're trying to gain weight, lose weight,
Muscle up,
lean up, burn more fat, or just have a better workout. So we've added, and we've worked really hard on making sure that our products have really quality ingredients to them, so that people don't have the upset stomach, or they need to find the facilities shortly after, because usually they don't use quality products. They're trying to just hit a price point because they're going to blow it out online and then move to another reskinned brand. So we've added protein pre-workout, we've added Boost, Shred, thermal pills, so that as people are coming in to achieve their goals, they can choose something from us, and they can trust our brand and know that it's just a great quality product, and they know it. Where a lot of these, you'll go in, kind of the game plan that a lot of these companies have, they'll take one product, they'll skin it with a gorilla one day, they'll do 1,000 of them, then the next day they put a kangaroo on it, or an apple, and then they go to something else.
Yeah, we could talk about that one for a while. But absolutely great that you've got these. I mean, you have it's a one-stop shop. They can come work out, they can get their protein drinks and things like that.
Well, they can get their protein drinks, and if you come to Idaho Falls, even this craze out there where you can go and get these real sugary drinks, well, we've added that, because
they want the monsters and
they want the monsters, and they work out for a reason. I work out so I can eat this or drink this. So we don't want to define what, we're only going to sell you this nasty tasting protein or whatever that product is. So we have I don't want to name the brand, but there's several drink shops around town. We have that in our location so that people can get the product that they want. And
so tell me a little bit more about that. We've got 3 locations now, right? And I think the model has evolved. I used to go, consistently up in Rexburg, and when I transferred my membership down to the Broadway location, it's got smoothies and juices.
Yes.
Now it's got a little bit more expanded beyond just tanning, but also there's red light therapy. So tell us a little bit more about the other, health and wellness opportunities within the BODIFI gym, because I don't think a lot of people understand what that has.
If you take the traditional gym model, there's that 10 to 12% of the model of the population that'll go and work out. We wanted to expand that out, so we've added quite a few wellness products, whether it's the red light therapy you're talking about, the body pod. We have the massage chairs. We keep adding more and more wellness products so that the people that aren't looking to lift weights, they may be recovering from surgery. I've had several surgeries over the last 5 years, and I work out at Rexburg. I used the same trainer, and he's more rehabbed me back into where I can use my arm, my shoulder, my leg. Red light therapy will assist in that. We're in Rexburg. We just expanded Rexburg to add more equipment. We're remodeling and adding more wellness. We're adding the bar, the juice bar. We're adding the thermal motion room. With a lot of people, they understand that's like hot yoga. So you're going in, it's 80 or 100 degrees and 50% humidity. I mean, you really sweat, but you really feel fantastic after, because it just what it does to your muscles. And so we're adding more wellness products up there, more wellness rooms, because we're really getting away from that 80s model of World Gym of it's just weights to you're coming in for a variety of reasons, more wellness than actually just lift some weights.
And then you also offer some group exercise workouts. I used to work out early in the morning in Rexburg, and there was a spin class that came in at 5:45. And so I was kind of on the tail end. Big spin class in the mornings up there. I know that I've looked at the calendar at my location, and there's some evening yoga, there's some stretch. Tell us a little bit more about how some people do like the classes in groups.
Yeah, people do like the classes in groups. There's still that demographic that's been around. They're starting to see the benefit of it. I mean, myself, some of the classes in Rexburg, I don't call them yoga, I call them stretching, because that's just easier for me to
wrap yourself around.
Get your head.
I know that Maggleby's not going to call and say, "Hey, I heard you went to yoga today." No, I went to stretching.
there'd be a phone call on that one. So,
but
you'd be buying sushi the next time.
that's right, as I should. But we have classes in Rexburg, down in our Broadway location. Ammon, we're kind of boxed in, don't have any room to add a Group X room. We bought land in Pocatello to put a facility in, and it will have more of the Group X facilities, more of your turf, your open areas, kind of like what we've added up in Rexburg with this expansion that we have.
What's your timing on, is that, I don't know if we just broke some news here.
No, we've been working on it for a year down there. The land that we bought, it was in Chubbuck. We had to take it out of Chubbuck because they couldn't service it with their sewer and water. So we had to apply to go into Pocatello. So that's drug it out further. So we're probably a year away by the time we finish up with the annexation, the zone changes, and getting the plat in. But
if I have to say, Brian Ball has his hands in a lot of different things, and real estate's another one. He's got a big project down there in Pocatello, and that you're doing, and absolutely great things. Now, one thing that has amazed me the last couple of years is that you've been able to involve your sons on this. I gotta say, you had some superstar sons that were basketball players at Madison Bobcats, and absolutely great players. But they've now joined you in working with you.
Yes, I have. My wife works in the business. Both of my sons work in the business. Justin, he's the manager down here at Broadway. He's the face of our Find the Rock promotion. And,
yes, we'll talk about that in a minute.
That we do. My daughters, they'll help with some of the social media marketing and creation of videos. So we try to make it a family business so that everybody's anxiously engaged, so they understand why dad goes to work or why mom, and it's that's kind of the reason why we do it, to get everybody involved, and they may learn a skill that they like and then move on in their life to whatever business or career they want to do. But right now we have quite a bit of family involved. We have great employees, great staff. We have several that have been with us 15 plus years.
That's awesome.
We have great staff, great members.
That says a lot for ownership and management when you have that type of employees there. Talk about this rock that's here. So every year you've done, how many others? Like the third year you've done it?
Yeah, we've done it for 2 years. This will be the third year. We call it the Find the Rock promotion.
And you give away $1 or $2, is that right?
We several dollars.
Okay,
yes.
25,000 maybe.
Yeah, last year we gave away $25,000 in cash, and the idea behind it. I mean, part of our motto is do it in here so you can live life out there, and so we want people to live life outside. And with COVID, everybody was cooped up, and so we wanted to give them a reason to kind of get excited, to get outside, and so we did this promotion where we'll hide. We start off with 3 little rocks. We put clues out, people find them, and anybody can find them. You do not have to be a member. If you find the small one, the last couple of years, last year was $1,000 if you found it. If you were wearing our shirt, our Find the Rock shirt, that would double.
2,000.
If there was you and your spouse or you and a friend and you were both wearing it, it would triple. So that motivated people to
Get out together.
to get out together, find it, and we give the small rocks. Then we do one, we call it the grand prize rock, and that's $5,000. But we put out clues, and it usually runs about a week each one, and it's
Find
really
them on Facebook. You'll see how they've done it for the previous years. They've got it on their website as well, and you can learn how they do it. But absolutely a great.
Yeah, we get people. We've had people up in Island Park looking on top of the R Mountain. We've
Yeah.
had a middle of the night. I mean, people they'll read the clues, and it's a very well done program.
Yeah.
And so people they're certain they really get into it. And it's been a lot of fun, and we're going to do it again this summer. We're going to do it after the kids get out of school so that families can go out and look, whether it's in the afternoon. And it's just been a lot of fun. The people that win it, seems like half of them are members, half of them are not.
Wow.
But you get a lot of husbands and wives. We've had daughters and fathers. We've had people come up from Logan, Utah. I had to chuckle because I was in a doctor's appointment. They were giving me a test, and as machines were doing their thing, the two techs were walking around, and you hear them whisper, and one of them whispers rock, and you hear clue.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, what are you doing? And the one guy goes, oh, we're trying to find where this rock is. Because my wife and her coworkers are just infatuated by this, and they think they know where it's at. It's in St. Anthony. I'm from St. Anthony, so we're trying to find out where it's at. And
you just couldn't let it out.
I did. I said, hey, do you want to ask me a question? And they go, why? I go, well, HIPAA. I could tell you right where it's at, and you can't share it. But it was fun to watch, and they were zooming in on Google Earth. It's
Were
a lot
they
of fun.
really?
That's neat.
Oh, that is incredible. So what a great promotion. Is this the rock that will be happening?
No, this is just some of the promotion rock. We
Is it really?
never show you the actual rock that it'll
Look
be out
like.
there. Yeah, because we don't want anybody to copy them. We have them all serial numbered when they go out.
Do
So,
they really? Wow.
yeah.
What a great promotion. What else does people need to know about BODIFI gyms? It's great. Not only are you rock solid with the 3 locations that you have, but you're continually expanding. You're bringing on new products. What else does people need to know about BODIFI Gym?
You know what we really want people to know about BODIFI is, one, we are local. We're family. We've been in this business long enough that we try to provide all of the healthy options that we can for the price points that this area can afford. And that's why we keep adding more and more value, whether it's the proteins, the pre-workout, the app. A lot of people, they pay for a lot of the features that are in our apps. And so we want to save them money, so we've added that. And we're just trying to give them all the tools to be successful. We're trying to make it fun. Like I said, we're remodeling, we're adding, I guess what I would call non-traditional products into the gym space. But, we consider ourselves a wellness space. If you want to show up, get a drink, talk to a couple of friends or just our staff and go home, that's a win. You're winning that day. We just want to get people active and so that they can just live their life. I mean, we're not here to judge or calendar or rank. We're trying to just appeal to more people and help them with their journey.
Very good. BODIFI Gyms, encourage you to look at them. In fact, we are going to give away some great prizes. So let's, Brian came and he goes, man, the guy gave away a sound bar last time, and he goes, that's pretty good. So he says, I got to step it up too. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away 3-month memberships. And, I'm going to throw you on the spot here. How about if we throw in a protein drink with it?
A drink or a container?
A container.
Hey, I'm all for it. Let's do that. And they can choose. I mean, we have your basic chocolate, vanilla. We have huckleberry, because we'll do some seasonal ones. We have creamsicle, whatever they want. I'll give away 5 of those. Whatever you want.
Wow.
5 people, they can choose. They can go to Justin over in Broadway.
Yep.
Well, they can go to either one.
We'll come up with some certificates that they'll have to come and pick up here. But we're going to give away 5 bottles of protein and 3 memberships. So I'm going to ask a trivia question. I'm going to keep it pretty simple here. I'm going to ask, what's the number one equipment that they use? He talked about it. It was a simple little machine that is the most common equipment at the gym that people are using, right?
Looks just like your cell phone. Has a green button and a red button.
That's right. So if you can come up and text me, go ahead and put my cell phone number up there. You can text me that. The first, I can tell you, you're going to win either a 3-month membership, protein drink, whatever you want, we're going to give it to you. So if you are watching the show right now, you better grab your phone and text me, and we will be giving away a ton of stuff here. So simple question. That's the most simple question I think we've ever done.
And I would love, if you're watching this, if you go to the Broadway location, between 5 and 6 o'clock in the mornings, weekdays, say hi. I'm going to be right where this desk is.
That is exactly right there. So Brian Ball, a entrepreneur extraordinaire here in Eastern Idaho, just has done some great things. He's got his hands in a lot of different projects. We just talked about one of them here today. A great business that he's involved in his family on, and just doing absolutely great things. You got to check out BODIFI gyms here in Eastern Idaho. Let's. We got this quote. Brian, give us this quote that you have.
I think we've got a logo in front of this one.
My friend Magleby here, he sent me all these questionnaires and he wanted different quotes. And I don't read a lot, but I've read quite a few books over the last 30 years. And Donald Trump back in the 80s and 90s, I mean, he has some great books. And one of the quotes that I read in there is he was talking about how when his business grew and then when it fell, and this quote really kind of stuck with me. And it was just, be careful who you step on your way up, because you'll meet them again on your way down. And that's just always stuck with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Great quote there. So thank you, Brian Ball, for being on the show today. We're going to end the show today with some total BS. We are just full of BS as always, and we're going to talk about a great company that BBSI has suggested, Roof Rescue. Tell us about Roof Rescue.
Roof Rescue is awesome. Roofing is probably one of the more rougher trades in terms of construction. You're up elevated. You got to pitch, right? Mm-hmm. You're exposed, all that kind of fun stuff. But you have to get that thing up there to weather tight the building. And so it's kind of underappreciated. It takes a lot of skill. Because if you have something goes wrong with the roof, it compromises the rest of the structure. The same thing with the foundation, mm-hmm. right? You can't really cheat on the roof. These guys started because Mark Franklin, the owner and founder, was really frustrated with what the contractors that were asking him to do just to get the job done. And so Mark realized that if he was going to do it to the caliber that he expected, that he was going to have to do his own thing. And so now I think he's the second or the third largest roofing contractor in Idaho. And they do commercial as well as residential. Mm. And his whole mantra for his team and for their philosophy in business is what he calls win-win-win. So in a lot of instances, for me to win, somebody has to lose. Yep. And he realized that for them to win in that space, no one has to lose, whether that's an insurance repair, whether that's a new build, or whether that's a residential homeowner that wants to re-roof. We're going to deliver a win in the quality of work and the value that we deliver. We're going to deliver a win to our employees, which I love about this, because if they can deliver a win for their employees, they're not delivering a product at the expense of their people. Mm-hmm. They are finding ways to help people develop their skill sets. They invest in training. They invest in all the protection that they need so that the crews can be safe. And so as a homeowner or as a contractor, I know that I'm not going to have any issues on the job. Wow. Because they're not cutting corners. And they're going to deliver a win financially to all parties approved. They base their work on value, not on cutting corners and on price. Wow. And so everybody wins in the equation.
Only heard good things about Roof Rescue, and yep. What a great company here. And they're located here in Idaho Falls? They're
located in Idaho Falls. They service basically from Logan and Cache Valley, all throughout the valley up here. They do some work in Jackson, Item Park, some parts of Montana a little bit. They try to focus here because they can control the environment and they can really focus on their employees. And so when you start getting too spread out, using different subs and things, it just kind of gets messy. His whole mantra in terms of the tagline for their business is watertight peace of mind. And if you think about what that delivers for all stakeholders, contractors, homeowners, employees, insurance, to have that watertight peace of mind. Located here in Idaho Falls, Mark Franklin Roof Rescue, I can't say enough about the quality of work that these people do.
Very good. We appreciate great companies like Roof Rescue, and we appreciate BBSI being our sponsor of the Total BS segment. We love just to talk a little bit of BS every week, don't we?
And there's enough to spotlight around here that we're not going to run out of ammo.
That's right, we do. So very good. Well, check it out. Get over to BODIFI Gym. Right there. In fact, that might even be you in the background.
No,
there.
I'm not that big, not that buff.
You haven't got that kind of arms, but someday. But anyway, check out BODIFI Gyms. We appreciate Brian Ball being here as our guest this week on Talkin' Business. We got some great shows. I hope you've texted me because you could be winning some great prizes. Thanks, everybody. Make it a great week, and we'll see you next time on Talkin' Business.